Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's Tuesday. It's stormy. It's windy. It's rainy. It's gloomy. We've had it all today, but snow. I don't think we had any snow yet.
Oh, it's too warm for snow.
It's 45 degrees. I've heard y'all talking about storms. Y'all got storms going on too, don't you? Bad times on storms. And we've had tornadoes. Let's remember those folks in Florida who've had tornadoes. It's been a spring-like weather pattern to me. I don't know. But it's been different. Mama, tell them what you're doing.
I just got ground chuck.
Ground chuck.
Nothing else.
In a, these are plastic. Brown chuck in a 325 degree skillet here. And I'm going to do some onion. We're making chili. Now I know it's probably not the coldest night of the month or year or whatever, but we got the hamburger meat, the chuck, we call it hamburger chuck, whatever. And we hadn't had any, and it's a quick one meal wonder. We're making a small amount. We're through with leftovers, and 24, no more. Goodness gracious, I eat the leftovers. I ate meatloaf sandwich today for my lunch. Mama, what'd you have?
Meatloaf, potatoes, and peas.
You had the real meal deal. So this is the rest of that little shrivel of onion. How much more onion you want?
Oh, it needs a little more, I guess, to give it the chili flavor.
All right. Well, I got it right here for you. I'm going to cut this in half.
Not a whole lot.
When I do an onion, I usually cut it in half. So I have two big halves. And I'm going to put this one with the root up. And I'll take this one here. Y'all want to watch both of us? Or what? You just pick.
I'm just doing this.
But I'm just going to take it like that right there. And I'm just cutting a slice or two off. And I'll leave that paper on there if it'll stay. If it'll stay. It may not stay. I got it by the tail feathers. Right there. You didn't know onion had tail feathers? Consider yourself educated now. There it is. And then I'll put that half back on top of that one and I'll store it like that. Does that help it? Keep it longer? Oh no. That's just the way I do it. Seems to keep them pretty good for me. What do you think, Mama?
Yeah, I think it keeps it from drying out.
Same way I cut a loaf of bread. I cut in the middle. I don't cut on the end. Like when you make homemade bread, cut you a big old piece right out of the middle. Not only is it good there, but then you can cram them two pieces back together and it keeps the whole loaf much fresher. Y'all seen me do that before. And you can trick people that don't even know how much you done ate. That's all I got to do with the chore board. The rest of this is just add a dab of abba-dabba. This is going to be add a dab of salt. Hamburger needs salt. This is table pepper. Right there.
You're getting
And a little bit of this here Greek. This is Cavender's Greek. I know some of y'all say this ain't no good for you. It may not be. I don't know. I'm not promoting it. I'm not represented by it. We just have always put a little dash of that in our chili. It's good in other things too. This is McCormick's just chili powder, and I'm going to put, and I always do this in my meat. And I just, you know how I do, I cover the top, and I feel like everything down in there is going to get a little bit. So that's the coverage for that. My papa, my mama always used Mexican chili powder. We only use Mexican, and I don't know why. We only use Mexican when we're making hot dog chili, but we blend our chili powder. See that difference in that color? We blend our chili powders when we're making bowl chili. Don't we, Mama?
That's right.
Now that's looking good. Now y'all notice we've got this, I bought Mama this for Christmas. Not really. Don't judge me. This is stewed tomatoes. Mama likes stewed tomatoes. Makes your chili delicious. We got a chopper over there so we can use. I got Mama this electric skillet because it will heat. It does keep it hot. We found this will solve our problem. Always having to go over to the big stove, back and forth. We appreciate the hot plates, and we will still use them. But when you need something to boil and be hot, we want hot. I didn't drain these. These are dark kidney beans. Dark red kidney beans. Didn't drain them. I could have used pinto beans, is what we normally use, but these are northern, Great Northern beans. They are delicious. I did not drain them. Going right in there. All that will make chili. That water that's in them. These are black beans. I did drain them and I did rinse them. Now you wouldn't have to with chili, but it is a good idea not to put all that dark juice in there. All right, Mama. It's all in your hands now.
Oh, I'm going to get that pie jar tomato juice.
Right. And I'm going to turn this up because we put all that cold stuff in there. We want it to come back up to temperature. Two things about this hot plate. I didn't even use that, so I don't have to wash it. I thought I might scrape them onions. This hot plate will stay hot. It will keep the temperature. It folds away. I just bought this one. It's a, if you want to know the brand, it's a Presto.
Is that tomato juice in there?
And oh no, Mama. You taste of it.
No, I don't need to taste
Well, see if it's good.
it. It smells good.
If it ain't, we'll have chili wine. I think it's good. That's homemade tomato juice. And we had a little bit left. This is it, folks. That's easy. Did you see me throw all that in there in a heartbeat? That's what I did. I'm turning it up because I want it to boil. Ain't that pretty? Was it complicated? Absolutely not. It was quick and easy. You can throw this together.
That right there is a hard.
Mama, I can take care of it. What's that? Hiya! This is quick and simple. And what we'll do with this, yes, we'll have some leftovers, but it won't be a big old double pot full of leftovers. We put 1 can of each. Most of the time we put 2 cans of stuff in it. If we're making for a big crowd.
You did such a good job on that.
You're going to do another one, don't you, Mama? We use stewed tomatoes because it just gives you a big old chunk of tomato every now and then. And that sure is good when you're eating. But I did research on my pots. And this one will keep the heat. It was advertised to be good for keeping the heat. And that's what we want. So we'll be using this over here some just as a new toy. We'll still be using our hot plates occasionally when it calls for it. Like if you want multiple dishes, you're going to have to use the hot plate. And we'll still go to the stove sometime.
Do you think we need more tomato juice or tomato sauce in it?
Whatever you think,
It's not
Mom.
hardly red enough, is it?
Get you some more tomato juice. There's another, or tomato sauce. Or put you some, step right there and get you that paste. Put your big old water paste in there. I usually do put a can of paste in there. This may not be our traditional. We've made different chilies and we have different chilies.
Right.
I use this tomato paste because you don't have waste. It's the paste with no waste. I don't know about the brands. This is a Tuscany. Can y'all hear our wind chimes? It's blowing. The wind is pretty high. Has been all evening. We've had rain here all day. We've had flooding in the area. We're not flooded. We're in no danger or nothing like that.
Why did they let out school early on account of the wind or the rain?
Mama, they let out school now just because of heavy frost. I don't know. When I was working in school, they didn't do it that way. Safety first. I don't have that decision to make. I might let the kids out all the time if it was on me. I'm just saying they have let out schools here And I think they're anticipating maybe going late or something tomorrow because of flooding. But we do have a lot of kids that live in little hollers and stuff. They have to cross creeks. And when that water starts coming up, they have to get home.
It comes up fast sometimes.
It does. Mama, we might put the lid on and it'll go hotter over there.
Can you lay that on your board?
I will. But anyhow, I looked at these and I want something that would get hot and stay hot. If I want to fry something in this, I can fry eggs in this. I can fry bacon in this. I can make soup in this. I can make hamburgers in this. So it's a multi-function. Right here is where the spoon goes. It has a home. Right there. This probably has a home too. No? Maybe my spoon's bigger. Anyhow, you've got a little pour over there. All that breaks down. This comes apart. All this stores inside of it, so you just have that much storage. I've liked it so far. But one thing we like about it is it stays hot. And Mama can stay right there with us. And you can hear her. This is one of our ways of making sure you can hear her more. Do you hear it boiling? That's pretty good. Let's talk about this weather. So what's your weather like? You all were talking, and I told you last night. There ain't no way Alabama's got wind and rain, and Memphis has got wind and rain, and we're going to escape it. It came last night. That wind filtered right in here. So did the rain. I got up this morning, and it looked... It was weird. There was a frost and a fog at the same time. So it looked like it was snowing even though it wasn't. It was just white out. Even Abby was confused. She was like, I don't know what's going on out here. And
That wind blew about all of
it did. We've got wind chimes around the house. So we can tell when the wind's blowing, even though we can tell when it hits the windows too. It's been different today and yesterday and last night. Good coffee, Mama. That's boiling.
I know it. I can see it.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah. I like the hot one.
Mama wanted something to stay hot. She wanted something that would come to action when she called it.
Oh, yeah.
You hear it? You hear it? Mm-hmm. Always lift your lids up on it. Look at that. That's what you call a steady simmer. And that's what you want with your chili. And what's happening is all them flavors in there are getting married together so that they'll all be one flavor. And really that's all we need it to do is come to a good boil. Mama, you want to put some more tomato sauce in here?
I think it'll be all right now, don't you?
Well, it's up to you. I'm fine with it. But look at that. I ain't even tasted of it, but it sure does look good. Now this ain't as big amount as it looks, because see when I put my spoon in there, right there's the bottom. So it's a thin, and that makes it cook better too. So we think we're going to like this little thing. Mama, what do you think about it?
I think it's good. It's getting it hot.
That's what Mama said. It's hot. That's what I want, hot. So Mama can make her potato soup over here and show y'all how to do every ingredient. We can film at the stove, but it's always at a side angle, and there's always a microwave in the thing. There's always, and we thought, I even come that close to asking the contractors when they was here, can you put me a double-eyed stove in this island? It got voted down immediately. Mama said, I don't want no stove over here. I said, yes, ma'am. That was just a thought, you know, if we had just a double-eyed stove. They make them smaller.
You have to run a, what is it,
You would have to run a big element in order to get the heat.
220.
But this right here works great on the 110, and it boils. Look at that. The others will boil. It just depends on what we put on them, and if we heat them on the big stove first. But Mama always wants to take it back over there. We was filming something not long ago, and she had to take it back over there twice, and I said, we're going to have to work out something else. I'm going to start doing a little research and see what we can find that we can use. What do y'all put in your chili? Is there anything I can put in this chili right now that'll make it like yours? Ohio, frozen rain everywhere. Oh, Chris, already? You know, we get a lot of y'all's weather sometime comes right down the valley there. We may get some frozen rain. Now, I think they were calling for a mixture here in the morning. Looks watery like soup, not like enough for chili. Okay, Faye. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is the way we like it. I know it's not the best, and People like thick, hearty chilies. We don't. We will. That's the reason Mama sends it need more tomato juice. We like we like chili. You can sop up a cracker or a piece of cornbread. We always like soups, chilies, any of that. Probably the thickest two soups we'll eat is we like a pretty hearty, thick broccoli and cheese. And we like a good, hearty, thick potato soup. But other than that, the soupier, the better, the more juice, the more...
I'll get your cup. Oh, I hit the people.
Wait, they expected it. They didn't care. Look at them. They're all smiling.
They're all smiling.
But a good, thick and hearty soup like this, chili, that's what we want. That'll sop up a cracker. And sometimes I'll take my spoon and just dip out a little extra juice. So yeah, I agree with you, Faye. It's a little soupy. And probably a lot of y'all wouldn't care for it this way. And if you don't, you can thicken it. Or you can just add more. You can. What a good way we thicken it, if you do want it thicker, is get you a can of pinto beans or white northern beans and mash them with the potato masher. Put them in there and it'll thicken it right up. That's a good way to get thick chili. Dad liked thick chili, and we would make it a little thicker than this. But Mama would always either make him some and let the stuff boil out of it, or she always made ours like this. He like dried out everything, almost. Like pinto beans, he'd take his spoon and he'd pull it up, mash it out, and it would just be a spoonful of beans. He didn't want any juice. I was the opposite. It's kind of like the old, now this ain't sticking at all either, I like that. The old, what is it? We don't own this nursery rhyme. That's it, Mama, say it. Hank Sprout could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. Between the two of them, they could lick a plate clean. Is that what it was? Oh, my mind amazes me. You asked me what I did at 2 o'clock today, and I'll have to think on it. You asked me about a nursery rhyme from kindergarten, and I'm like, oh, here it comes. It's kind of like a song at church. Somebody will call out a song, and I'll go look at it, and I'll say, I don't think we know that one, do we? And they'll start playing the piano. Oh, yeah, we know this one. And then it all comes back to me. Yeah. Look at that. I'm impressed. I had tried, it's boiled. We'd seen it once working. This is good, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah.
Are you going to be satisfied with this?
Yeah, I guess.
She hard to please, folks. She hard to please. All right. You going to add anything to it? Did y'all come up with a miracle ingredient that I've missed? I want mine dry too. Cindy, you can do them pinto beans, or you can just put a bunch of crackers in there. I was talking to one of my friends from Nashville the other day, and they said they had soup. She said she had soup. And she said, I put some oyster crackers in it. There wasn't no soup left. It was just oyster crackers. I said, that's so good, though. I love what we were just talking about oyster crackers the other night.
I'm bought on you, babe. You want them from me?
I want oyster crackers, yeah.
I got part of the Bible and you got. You need the taste of it to see if it needs more salt. I thought I was getting burnt, but it wasn't hot.
Mama thought she was getting burnt. She changed her mind. Let's try it. So I'm going to take a little sample. I'm going to let it cool. You see it's hot. But listen to that boil. That's getting hot. Mama requires hot. Y'all know everything burns us, and it's because we cooked it. Now I've got this turned up to 350, so that might be why it's a boil. It's hard boiled now.
It's what are you gonna drink? Your coffee?
I'm gonna drink my coffee, Mama. What do you want? Me to go get you something?
I believe I'll get me a little bit of tea.
You want tea?
Yeah. You're gonna hand me that lead out of your way.
Have you got decaf tea?
Mm-hmm.
I might take a spot of tea since we got it. I'm just so glad to have it. We have it all the time, but seems like I'm just so glad to have some good tea. Do y'all ever crave tea? Is that just a southern thing, or just people all over the world? I know a lot of people like McDonald's tea, and I'll hear them say, I have to have my tea. In fact, I heard a woman the other day, we were talking about, of course, it's January, so she's trying to cut down carbs, and she said, but I got to have my sweet tea from McDonald's. Somebody said, do half and half, and she said the exact same thing I think. She said, no, I'll either do none or all. I don't like half sweet stuff. I don't either. I'm that way. If Mama wants to cut back on sugar, we'll just fix unsweet tea. Now, I love unsweet tea. Why would I ever drink it with sugar? That would be the real question. This chili tastes great. There's nothing else I would add to it unless one of y'all tell me something. I put elbows... Wait, come back now. Come back. Elbow spaghetti in it too. In your chili, I ain't never done that. It might be good. Never have put no noodles. Now I have in Russian tea. You love it, Tina. I do too. I'm gonna have to make me another batch. Have to make a January batch. I love sweet tea. Julie says I do too. Y'all's has got some of the best tea I've ever drank. If you've not tried theirs, do try it. You can try their regular. It's delicious. If you like peach tea, they've got the best peach tea I ever had. And they've got raspberry tea. And they're coming out with some new flavors. And I just know they're going to be good. So, check them out. You can get ordered on their page, not ours. But you can use our code, JOHN, capital letters at the end, and they'll give you 10% off your total purchase. And they do sell t-shirts and they do sell other items on there. But they'll give you 10% off everything.
Pots and pans. Pots and pans.
Have you seen our pots and pans that we use? Now, some of our pots and pans are Tupperware, and we still use those. And some are y'all sweet tea, and we use those. Somebody said, are you going to do y'all sweet tea cookware since you do Tupperware? I said, have you never used more than one kettle or one skillet? They're all good. Just different things. And we like them both. Now look, this is Bull and Bullet. I've turned it down. They won't quit Bull. I'm also going to turn it off. I'm going to put it down to what they call warm. See how long it takes it to simmer right on down.
It's going faster.
It's going down faster since I turned it down. Oh yeah, there it goes. I can stir it down now. But look how pretty. Look how pretty it is. It's pretty because they use black beans and northern beans. So you have those variety of colors. And then it's got those big chunks of bright red tomato. And you can just see, look at the pretty. Now I'll tell you what I would do. Mama wouldn't want it. She would let me put it in there tomorrow, but I would probably put corn, like a half a can of corn in it. No. That would be delicious to me. Mama, get your bowl, and I'll transfer this right over here, and you can eat. Don't that sound like a plan?
Mm-hmm. I put that spoon in there, a little juice in there.
Let me unplug this. All right. Let's go ahead and dip it up. You got the ladle?
No, it's over here.
Oh. Let's dip it up, and then it'll be cooling, and we will bless it. Let's dip. Now see, that's chunky. That is chunky. I'm going to have to go back and get juice. Because when it boils a lot of that moisture out. So see, when it gets in the bowl, it is good and chunky. See there? I made a mess. Let's dip it out.
Not much.
Oh, never much, Mama. Never much. And I'll go back and get you a little juice.
Ain't much juice to get.
There ain't much juice. We didn't. Now see, to us, that's awful chunky. We like it really juicy. All right, Mama, let's bless it and it'll cool. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We ask you to bless our bodies with it, dear Lord. And Lord, we ask you to put a hedge of protection on us and all of our friends here gathered tonight. And Lord, there are so many prayer requests. We've seen many last night with sickness and illness and people with lost their Lord. And our hearts went out to each and every one of them, and our prayers too to the Lord. We just ask the same tonight. Be with them, watch over them, lead, guide, and direct them. In your name we pray. Amen. Mm-hmm. All right, Mama. Oyster.
No,
I don't always have to have crackers, but I will turn down those before I will these.
See, I was even in that little package and got a new size.
You were thinking.
You was out, would be out. I mean.
You was doing some powerful thinking on that, Mama. Now see, some of y'all thought it was going to be way too juicy, but it ain't, and I was wanting juicy. It's good and chunky chili. Amen. I like elbow macaroni in my chili mac. Now that would be a good dish, chili mac. I'd love to see you two guys. Oh, well, thank y'all. Look, it's just second nature to us. We pray at meals. John, try. Block. Oh, is there two trolls? Ooh. I don't know who's on here. I'll look and see. Uncle Si's drinking y'all's tea too. Is it Tina? Good. You can't argue with Uncle Si when it comes to tea. I like little chopped jalapeno. Oh, Loretta, now I could go that.
Not me.
Mama wouldn't even let me have it. Never let me put it in the whole pot. Amy and Mama Sue was making something the other day, and I took a screenshot of some peppers that they like and said they're not hot, but they're tasty. I'm afraid to even guess at the name. So I'm going to try to pick those up because I like the jalapenos. I don't want to be burned up, but I do like a little jalapeno. I like the flavor. And I used to buy them by the gallon at a Mexican restaurant, and the manager would sell them to me for a little over cost of what they paid for them. They come in a gallon. They were the best jalapenos, but they weren't hot. But they went out of business and changed hands and all that. So, but I'm going to try these. It sounds like it started with an M. Marita. Did anybody see Mama Sue the other day? I don't forget what the dish she was making. But she showed the jar, and she said they were delicious. Did anybody see it? I know y'all did. I always get extras using the code John. Yes, Deborah. If you use JOHEN, capital letters at the end when you check out, you get 10% off. Unless they already have a pre-existing sale, like the Black Friday sales and those. Some of the times that didn't work.
Brenda was telling me about a jalapeno loaf at Kroger might have. That they get it there sometimes at London.
Is this your friend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He said, I said, well, Johnny might like that.
He would. Did anybody see it? Seemed like it started with an M. So that's the reason I took a screenshot. Do y'all take screenshots when people hold up products? Because that's how I remember. And then when I'm in the store, I go, let me look and see what that was. That looks so good. It is good. And you see how fast. Y'all were here for the whole thing. In case you're wondering, I'm not starving Mama. We always eat soups, chilies, and everything like this. One little ladle. Let it temper down till we can eat it. And then we'll put another little ladle. I don't want to get a big bowl and just stir till it cools down enough I can take a taste. You know what I mean? So we always eat like this, don't we, Mama?
Yeah.
People say, is that how you're going to eat? Nah, we'll put another ladle in there. We don't count it as seconds, though. It's just first delayed.
It's the first one.
Be like the guy who went on diet. So he goes to the pizza place and he says, I've cut back. I can't eat 8 slices of pizza. So you better just cut it in 4. That's the same theory here. We'll eat 2 ladles and we'll count that as 1 serving, won't we, Mama?
Yeah.
Mama, you did good.
I didn't do it. I just stirred.
I believe that's what made it taste good.
I'm a good stirrer.
You're a good stirrer, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good stirrer.
It's so hot.
Mm-hmm. We like it hot. Even though it's a little warmer, this is hitting the spot.
I think that's what I wanted.
You said that. A great night for chili. It is, Sandra. Earlier, really, we didn't know if we was going to do anything. I said, you think this electric's going to hold with this wind? But it's kind of come down.
Sometimes.
Hey, Mama, Gracie said.
Oh, what is
Thank you for those stars. Yvonne Duncan, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Mama is so cute. Mama, you cute. Prop the leg. So, oh. Terry says prop the legs on the side of the skillet so that the soup will run down to the side. Prop the leg. Oh, like just stick something under it. Or is this an option on here? I don't know. I'll have to see if there's a prop on it. If not, I'll have to get me a box and put under it. That is a good idea. Prop it so the soup will come down. That is one of the advantages of cooking in a big old pot, I guess. Oh, somebody watched it. Yes.
What was
it's
it?
Marietta. Tame. That's it, Emily, because that tame sticks in my eye. Emily watched Mama Sue. It says, yes, tame Moretti. Moretti, is that the right way to pronounce it? Mama Sue says she liked it, and so did Amy. So, I think I can trust their opinions because I know they eat pretty much the same way we do, you know, in food areas. So, I'm going to look for tame, Marietta. Yes, tame Marietta. I've destroyed it. Just don't pay attention to me. Listen, it's Marietta. But the word tame is in there. T-A-M-E. Tame, and then that Marietta, that word's at the top. And it was in a, Emily, wasn't it in a red label? I think. I've got a picture of it. Anyway, so that is what they use. And I thought, I'm going to get those. I'm going to try those. John, try the green poblano peppers. Ooh. Just a bit spicy, not hot. Okay, Sandra. Green poblano. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to screenshot you, Sandra. And see if I can find them at the store. Good evening, John and Mama. Hey, Linda. I just love you. Well, thank you, Judy. We just love you, too. Judy Hayes. Hey, Cynthia. Bush is chili beans are good. Oh, so when you put chili beans in your chili, that would be a good idea. Probably never have done that. Have you ever done that, Mom?
They did it. It's good. I don't like that.
The chili flavoring?
The chili flavor in the beans.
You ever tried Bush's? Bush's, Gwen says is good.
I've not tried that.
Gwen, we might try that. Cold and wet in northeastern Kentucky, or northern Kentucky. Yeah. Yolanda, it is here too. Love chili, love y'all. Well, hey, KK. So good to see y'all. It was warmer today. Yeah, it was, and that wind and rain come rushing through here. Thank you for those stars, Juanita.
It was warmer, but if you got out in that wind, it wouldn't feel warmer.
Teresa, it's pretty good for a quick supper. Mama's always cute, Deb said. She agreed. Well, thank you, Deb.
Thank you, thank you.
We're safe and okay, Sharon. Thanks for worrying about us. I've been praying for y'all too because I didn't know who. I knew y'all had activity already early when we went on yesterday. I don't watch the weather. Only weather I get is I punch the weather on my phone in the morning, kind of just see what driving's going to be, that kind of thing. If it says no rain, I figure I'm as good as, or snow, I figure I'm pretty good. But it was wild. Then there was a tornado in Florida. Have y'all heard about that? It just come across my weather thing on my app. I don't get any local channels. I don't get any channels, period. Mama's got one TV in this whole house that's hooked up to the cable.
My channels that I got local is not coming in right now.
Are the boys and the girls and in the detective world not on?
No,
They're
Perry
just
Mason.
so crazy. They'd be good. So Perry's not on? What about Angela?
Angela's on.
Oh, she's always on.
She's on one channel, but their channel they're on's not coming in right now.
What about Andy?
Andy wasn't coming in. Couldn't even watch Andy.
That's in a national emergency.
I need to call on her.
Mama, you need to make a phone call. Is it one day or a few days?
It's been 2 days, I know.
I haven't had local channels or news or any of that for 8 or 9 months.
It's been a while. Yeah.
It's just, all I had is stream, just Netflix, stuff like that. And there's just nothing much to watch on there. I like to get those TV show reruns and watch them sometimes. Old ones. You want more?
Not right now. I need to rest.
You want to rest that? There it is, folks. That homemade chili in a hurry. And if you want to know about this here Presto, I don't think I put it on our storefront, but I did. Ooh, the light's just done a little twinkle twinkle. If we go off, we'll see you tomorrow, but we hope to stay on just another minute. It's the brand is Presto. We can recommend it according to this chili pot tonight. And I'll try to link it if I can tonight, if I don't forget. So you can just go below here. Anything on Amazon that we buy or use will be in the comments under Amazon link. You go in there and that's our storefront. And you can buy anything in there. And it'll show you our stuff. I reckon. When I go in there, that's what it does. But this is, it's been good. And if I'm going to clean it one night, and before y'all leave, I'll show you. This all breaks down. This comes out, of course, and it's dishwasher safe. So you folks that don't buy this kind of stuff because of dishwasher, this breaks down up here like this. Can y'all see?
Dishwasher safe.
The pot with the whole thing, the legs and all. So this clicks here and it breaks down. And then this folds up under there, and this whole silver thing down here fits inside of here, and you put the lid, and that's all you have to store. And the whole thing can be put in the dishwasher. It says.
I don't know if I put that electrical part in there.
No, but in this house, Mama probably says no because of that.
Yeah.
But
I'm cautious when you fool with electric parts.
But see, this just clicks up here, and then you just click it down, and this whole thing lifts up. See, it's a two-parter. So this just sits on that, but it's hot right now. I'll show you sometimes when it's cold. Mom, that snowman's still staring me down back there.
Oh, it's all right.
He's sideways-ish.
I've been doing some stuff. I just ain't got to the snowman yet.
Mama is de-decorating.
Slowly but surely.
Now, where you at, Mama? You got them all down?
No. I've got the decorations off of the trees. I've got 5 or 6 out in the garage. The rest of them still sitting in here. I got all the stuff in the garage because I have to go out in the weather and go around instead of going up and down the stairs. And they'll sit out there until it warms up and dries up.
To a pretty day.
And
then we'll haul them to the basement on a Saturday.
And then gotta get the other trees out and gotta get everything packed up and put up. It'll take a while. But as long as I get them down out of the house, I can start.
And you want to hear something funny about this? Maybe nobody else in the world is like this, but maybe all of you are. Mama absolutely loves to decorate. She loves putting them trees up. Most of our trees are not hard to assemble. They're either 2 or 3 parts, and you just clunk, 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 and they're
one
clicking.
big one in the living room is 5 or 6 parts.
But it's easy. You just stick them in. There's no cords or nothing. So they're not hard to assemble. So once she gets in, it's all decorating. She loves that part. But she's been tickled to death this week taking them down. I said, Mama, you are the only person I know who's just as happy to take them down as you are to put them up. And she says, I love them and they're beautiful. And I want them up. But when it's over, I like to get my house back. And look how big this room looks now. Somebody else I've seen said, don't it look awful empty? Mama just says it looks so much bigger and uncluttered. So every time she takes down a tree, she says, now look, don't that look good? And I'm thinking, that's what you said a month ago when you was putting them up. Now, don't that look good? And I see, it's beautiful. So Mama loves taking them down. It don't depress her at all. In fact, I think Mama considers de-decorating Christmas as stage 1 of spring cleaning.
That's right.
She bought me...
Get everything cleaned back up.
She brought me 3 t-shirts in there earlier that she had found in a drawer. So she's already in drawers prowling around. And she said, where'd these come from? It was church shirts. And I said, I bought them back in 1812.
Oh, it wasn't that old.
They're pretty old. Been 3-4 years ago. And she said, well, here's me a new one. I said, well, you need a new one. Put that on. And she loves...
put it on. It's short sleeve.
She loves to de-decorate and get everything back to normal. So it's just as much fun for her now as it was before Christmas.
I'll be tickled when I get it all took down, packed up. I'll be really happy if I get it all moved to the basement when that day comes.
We'll work that, Mama. You ain't going to the basement with all that on this.
Oh, no. I'll have a time.
We'll take a truck. We use the truck and move it. It's that much. When you're moving a whole forest of trees.
Well, 9 trees are pretty good size.
Yeah, they are pretty
My
good
little
size.
Charlie Brown tree ain't.
No, it ain't too bad.
No, but my other trees is. I get the rest of the trees out and get all of it packed up, boxed up. I did get my little trees off of the table, wrapped and boxed.
Now this is just, Mama's got other trees. More trees in the building down here.
I had more in the basement.
That have just gotten older or she's just not using them. So she may have a whole different herd of trees next year. She's got some small ones and some, and used to, I don't know if we've seen it in a trendy thing or something, but people was putting up 3 trees together. A tall one, a medium one, and a small one, and they decorated them all. It looked like one big tree, but it was, we may do that for next year, just to bring that trend back.
I did that one year.
You did it several years.
Yeah, but I really...
That's when you come over and decorate my house, you put the 3-tree combo in the living room.
I was in your living room.
I had 4 trees at my house.
Most you've ever had.
At my house. Because I used to just hang a wreath on the door so the neighbors would think I was decorated.
What is this, Scrooge all humbug?
I'm not a Scrooge, but I come over here and I get lots of Christmas. And then I go back home and I'm fine with everything just being normal. I'm the type of person, I want it decorated and clean and everything in its place. But then I don't never have to change it. So when I first bought my house and they redone it and painted and done all that and they come in and hung pictures and done, I said, just make it look good. And it was all looking good. I don't ever have to change anything. except just to clean. Ain't that right, Mama?
I put the trees up, and I have to take them down when you visit your house.
I used to have an apartment. And because I have OCD, I do keep things in order. I'm very, In my apartment, I only cooked in it one time in the 5 years I lived in it. And it was just, I fried hamburgers in it, and it smelled them the next day, and that's it. And so my theory was, just get rid of all the food, and I won't have to eat here. So I would eat lunch at work. I'd go home, and that night, I just had to starve because I didn't have no food. I had beverages, drinks, water, iced tea, and those things. And then the next morning, I'd go get something to eat, or I'd have one of those Hot Pocket breakfast things. I was younger then. But anyway, I kept thinking and feeling like somebody's been here. Like one day I went in, and one of my pillows was moved. It wasn't a very large apartment either. And another day I went in there, and I had vacuumed, and I thought I saw a footprint. And I thought, who has been in here? Well, they would come in occasionally and do the vents and do maintenance and stuff like that. So I passed it off. So I was down paying my rent one day, and the little old lady in there says to me something about cleaning and stuff. I said, oh yeah, I need to go home. I needed to go home and do it. And she said, your apartment always looks good. I said, oh? And she said, yeah, when I have to show an apartment, a lot of times I just let them step in yours because I know you're at work and I know it'll always look good. She'd been bringing people in my apartment and showing it. What if I left something out one day? Oh, I told Mama, I said, she's a sweet little old lady, but she's been bringing people in my apartment.
Well, she has to show an apartment.
Mom, don't take up for it. She could have took a picture.
She could show them the one that's empty she's going to rent.
Right. I said, oh, you show my apartment? She goes, oh yeah, I just step in there sometimes because it's so easy to show them. I knew people had been in there. I didn't stay there much longer. It wasn't because of that. I was already going to be leaving, so I didn't care for that. Did it, Mom?
No, you didn't.
Mama said, oh, quit being hateful. She's just bragging on you.
Don't leave
I said, she's
dirty
invading my
clothes
privacy.
around.
I don't do that anyway, but what if I did, though? What if I didn't make my bed one morning and just thought, oh, this won't make the bed?
It's an unpaid bed.
That's been years ago, though. I don't know if I like it now. Any better, though. We gotta go, folks. Mama, you gotta add anything?
No, I'm good.
I could go out and tuck the baby in. I don't know. I think every night I need to look at her. Make sure she's got cover.
It don't do no good. She takes it out.
It don't do no good.
You know, she's left it on the porch. She ain't took it out in the rain today.
Let me tell you what she did. I know y'all, this is like having a grandkid, me showing you pictures. So her bed, she had moved it over last night. So wind had blown in the night, of course, and it looked like it had been wet where it was, which the bed's covered. She couldn't have got wet. She had taken her rug out and moved it up against the house. She had moved in the middle of the night and just brought it up and thought, I'm going to lay up here out there, rain blowing. She's smart. But now, I'll tell you this before you can start judging. She's got a house in the back, on the back porch, which is covered, snugly, warm, insulated. She won't go back there. I got a feeling she'll go back there next week. It's only 3 degrees here one morning. She won't come in here and don't, I know I'll get 1,000 comments, but make her. I can't make her.
She'll come in, but she won't right back out.
And she's not a gentle little baby. She's like Mama.
She ain't like me.
She is. I told her Sunday, I said, you just like Mama. She smelled of everything in this house, and she was just like this. And she'd come to me, I'd give her a treat, and she'd go to the door. And I'd make her come back to me and get a treat, and she'd go to the door. I'd have her in here 20 minutes. But I was fighting every step of the way to make her not go to the door.
She's been in here.
That's the absolute longest she will stay. As soon as I stood up, she went to the door and stood there, and like you can just hear her little mind saying, "Get up here and open this door. You've trapped me in here." She will not stay in here, will she, Mama?
No, she don't.
Even Mama has tried to make her stay.
She don't like it in here.
No. She laid down for a total of 5 seconds Sunday out there. I'd seen her lay down, and I held my breath. I thought, okay, she's laying down. I kept giving her pepperonis. 5 seconds, she jumped up, all over the place. She's too much of a pup, I think, to settle down, and she's never been in. And she just don't like it in. She don't like it at all. But it don't surprise me because we had Rusty. It was a dog just about like her, which they were both 157 rescues. And he hated it in. We had him for 8 years or 9. And he would come in and eat. I would get him in my bedroom on a towel, blanket, or whatever. He'd lay down. I think, good, he's going to stay in here tonight. Within 30 minutes or less, he was up and barking at the door. And then you wouldn't get him back in. There wasn't no getting him back in. She's the exact same way, ain't she, Mama?
Yeah, she don't like it in here at all.
She don't like it. And I don't think you can make her. And she does fine outside.
She's happy out there.
She's not huddled. I've never caught her huddled up in a ball, freezing. I can't stand that. I can't stand when they're just... She's always up and
I
running.
curl up and freeze, and you just say, "Oh, it's just you."
And what did I buy you for Christmas?
Electric throw.
Fleece
throw thing.
It's hot. It makes me hot to look at it. Mama plugs it up and sets it to baked tater. And she's tickled to death. But do you think that's all she's got on? She's got at least 1 or 2 more blankets.
I ain't been using that much since
Mama,
I
I
got the
caught you.
electric.
I caught you yesterday. I said, you got enough blankets? Because she had a throw, and it's a feathered down quilted throw of a thing. It's green, and it's heavy. And she had it on, and she had the throw over top of her, set to baked tater. I said, Mama, you don't have to keep that on high. Well, if you want warm, you do. She's loving it, though. Mama, would you recommend it?
Yeah.
To people who's chilly?
Mm-hmm. It helps.
It's just one of them electric
Helps your
throws.
legs when they're cold, aching.
I know we're a hot mess, and y'all are sick and tired of hearing us.
That's right.
We're leaving. We're going. We're going to let you all go. We thank you so much. Say goodbye, Mama. These folks are
Goodbye,
cool.
Mama. God bless you. So have a wonderful night.
Thank y'all for watching, sharing, and all those things. I do want to ask y'all a favor, if you would. Go to our page, Coffee Time with John and Mama, and make sure you're following. Some of y'all here lately have been saying, where y'all been? We've missed you all. Why? We've been here every day, except one day during Christmas, I believe. And I put a post up then, so you should have seen that post. So we either post or we show every day. If you're missing days or weeks and not seeing John and Mama, we never deliberately take off a day. We're here 7 days a week. And usually in the evening, except on Sunday, other morning, and lunchtime. Saturday, sometimes early morning, mid-morning. But if you don't see us sometime in the day, it's probably, or a post that we're sick or we're not going to be gone or something come up, then you're not following us. And some of our people that's been with us since the beginning, I looked on the list and they weren't following us. So if you don't care, go to Coffee Time with John and Mama, the real page. No fans or any of that stuff. But now that fans group is still out there, and it's got almost 20,000 of y'all on it.
It's growing more than we.
It's growing faster than we are. We're still growing. Thank you all. But go and make sure you are actually following Coffee Time with John and Mama. One way to do it to make sure is because we're live right now. If you will come out here and click Coffee Time with John and Mama, that will definitely take you to the correct page. Make sure you're following us. And then that way you'll get notifications when we're coming on. You'll see us every day. So when I start hearing people say, John, where have y'all been with me? I know then. Sometimes when you upgrade, the phone upgrades to a new ISO or a new working system, or if Facebook does an enhancement, if you've not hearted or done all this over here or commented in a while, they'll assume you don't want to follow us anymore and they'll drop you off. So if you would, check that for us, just to make sure. Y'all have a blessed night, and we'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing. Y'all have a good one and be safe.
Bye-bye.
We'll be sending prayers. You pray for us too. Bye.
Bye-bye.